got a message here from the team. I've been asked to work on the ad we're going to be placing through social outlets on our commuter bike event. Okay, here's the commuter bike event journey map. It looks like work's underway in a number of areas, and I've been asked to work on the paid social ad. I'll need to create an audience and assemble the actual ad and put it into market. I could use some help. Hi, Watson.
Hi, Melanie.
Watson, I'd like to target a new audience for the paid social ad interaction.
Okay, how can I help?
I'd like to start by understanding who my existing buyers are for a similar category. Watson, show me how many customers have purchased from the road bicycles category in the last 3 years.
$18,681 customers have made a purchase. Here are the details.
Okay, that's a good start. Watson, consider customer, social media, and third-party data and suggest relevant attributes for targeting.
Okay, here are the top 6 attributes by frequency with relevance score indicated by line thickness. Data sources indicated by color.
Okay, so Watson's looked across multiple data sources for audience attributes. And you know, when I think about my commuter bike buying audience, most of these make sense. However, this last one owns a green vehicle. That's unexpected. You know, I would have thought that people with green cars would choose to drive those to work rather than bike. But according to Watson, it's highly correlative against my target audience. Watson, how many total customers have at least one of these attributes?
61,813 total customers have at least one of these attributes.
Okay, well, that's a good size audience to use as a basis for our next steps. Watson, name this audience commuter bike event and save it with the list of attributes to the paid social ad interaction.
Okay, the audience has been saved.
Great. Now let's use our partner's lookalike modeling to expand our audience. Watson, initiate a lookalike audience in our social channels using the commuter bike event audience and set the initial reach to 2 million.
Okay, the lookalike audience is being created.
Now let's use our customer attributes and Watson's understanding of this channel to refine our lookalike. Watson, which of these customer attributes can we use to better target our lookalike audience?
Let me work on that. I have some suggestions.
Well, cool. I've got Watson's recommendations along with his reasoning for each. It looks like a couple of these would be a little restrictive, but the others correlate highly against a broader audience, so let's go with this. Watson, add the selected attributes as filters on our lookalike audience.
Okay, the lookalike audience has been created. Here are the details.
Okay, now we've got our audience defined. Let's go ahead and build our ad. Watson, use the attributes from commuter bike event and suggest images, text, and offers for use in the ad.
Okay, I'd like to better understand what these attributes mean. Do they relate to any of the following concepts?
Sure, it relates to health and commuter and zero emissions.
Okay, here are some highly relevant content options from eligible digital assets.
Well, these look pretty good, and it's obvious Watson's using the info I just taught him. So let's see how these would actually look in the ad. Okay, here's my image and my offer and my text. That looks pretty good. Watson, save this content into our paid social ad.
This content has been saved.
You know, I like what we have so far, but I think we need some options for people who want to commute in less than perfect weather because we want them to commute as well. Watson, suggest products relevant to cold or rainy weather.
Okay, here's what I found.
Watson, refer to this content as bad weather content and add it to our paid social ad.
Okay, done.
Watson, preview U.S. locations with cold or rainy weather during this event.
I've identified 4,863 locations with below average temperature or greater than 50% chance of precipitation during the event.
Watson, enable dynamic content for locations experiencing cold or rainy weather during the event.
Would you like bad weather content to be displayed in place of other assembled content for these locations?
Yes.
Okay, I've created a dynamic content rule to display bad weather content for locations with cold or rainy weather.
Great. I'll notify the team we've completed our task and we're ready for launch. So I've had my paid social ad in the market now for a couple of weeks, and Watson's detected a couple of potential anomalies. This first one around pricing pressure, I'm going to leave that to my colleague Olivia, who's in merchandising, to handle. But I'd like to take a look at what's going on here in this ad image. It looks like one of our images just it's not performing as well as expected. We've got a lower click-through rate than the other images. And Watson is recommending these other images, but why? Watson, tell me about the recommendation for this alert.
I recommend the following images based on the performance of similar images for this category in other channels. These images relate to the concepts humor, bicycle, and commute.
You know, two of these images seem reasonable. This third one, I'm going to remove that one. I know Watson tests boundaries to learn and evolve, but it's not quite what I'm looking for. Watson, replace the non-performing image with the selected ones. Test and use the best performing image.
Okay, the image has been replaced. I will test these images for 7 days and notify you when the winner is chosen.
Thank you for your help, Watson.
You're welcome, Melanie.
It's important for you to note that everything you just saw is based upon capabilities that exist in some form today. Watson can already speak and hear, see and hear. The actions Watson is taking are based upon solutions you all know and work with. Our marketing cloud, real-time personalization, the very notion of intelligent content hubs that we spoke about earlier. Where do you see cognitive technologies working for you? How do you wish to interact with them? How does it fit in to your tools and way of working?